Hello crafty friends, it's Tiffany here, and I'm doing a little more Christmas in July. I think it's great to have some things prepped and ready for when the holidays come and you're rushing. I'm just making these cute little pillow boxes, little gift boxes. They're super easy to make, and then I'm adding some cute stacks on top of them to decorate them. This is perfect for a little, I didn't glue that tag on there, but perfect for a little gift card. I'm putting some of my handmade earrings inside. Aren't those gorgeous? These that I sell at Sand People in Kauai. If you're ever there, you should check out their store. Have gorgeous handmade jewelry. So yeah, this is pretty easy. You just need minimal supplies. I am using a CD. You just need something round like a CD or a large lid like this. Something that's around like between 4 to 5 inches wide, or a small plate like a tea, a little plate saucer. And something to score with, like a little stylus. This is from the Dollar Tree, or a bone folder, or even a one of these kind of things. Can't think of what it's called right now that you use in your math. I don't know if they even make them anymore, but yeah, something that's got a tip that's not too sharp. This one might be too sharp, but you could even use like a pen, a ballpoint pen that doesn't work anymore. And then I've also got some fun supplies here, mostly from Hobby Lobby, I think. I've got this pack of snowflakes from Hobby Lobby. You might have seen me use these before. I love them. Let's see if I've got one here with the package. Here it is. This is what they look like. And they do have their Christmas stuff, their Christmas crafty stuff out now at Hobby Lobby. And I love to use some paper flowers. These ones are also from Hobby Lobby. And some jingle bells, wherever you can get your jingle bells. And yeah, some twine, that's about it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, and these are something that I made in my video last week with my little tag journals, my mini tag journals. They turned out so cute. If you want to watch that video, very, very fun little gift idea. I'll link that below. But all you need is a piece of paper, and I'm going to leave this UPC strip on it, and that's going to become our glue spot. So I'm going to cut this at 6.5 inches. So that means we've got 6 inches of our paper here, plus the 1/2 inch UPC strip. I'll just go ahead and cut 2 of those, and then we'll have 2 pieces to make 2 boxes. I'll do that again quickly with my green paper off camera. Okay, I've got 2 of each pieces, but you can make 4 pieces out of a 12 by 12, or 4 little boxes out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, because they're just 6.5 inches. The ones I'm using, as you can see, I have the UPC strip still on those. But if I were to use the ones that now do not have a UPC strip, I would probably cut about a 1/2 inch off of one side so they're not completely square. Then they're not quite as long and skinny, but you can do pretty much any size that you want to, as long as they're, you know, somewhat square. I just like to have this, I'll show you, it's so easy. Then I'm going to score, and you don't have to score this. You could just fold it without scoring it and do your best, but it makes it so much easier if you have a scoreboard. But yeah, use your ruler and set it on top of maybe a notepad or something like that. Put your ruler along the side and just score it like that. Okay. You don't have to have all the fancy tools. So it's very simple. All right, and then I'm going, so I'll fold that, let's see, in, upside down, and then I'm going to take the measurement from that with the folded piece up. I've got 6 inches, so I'll score it in half at 3 inches. And I'll use my bone folder for that. Okay. And I'm going to do a green one. Show you that one more time. So I'll score that right on that line. Let's see. And then folding that up. Well, actually, I want that to go this way, so it's going to be on the inside when I fold it like that, and then we'll glue it here. And then going from, oops, measuring without the flap, it is 6 inches, so score it in half at 3 inches, and that's going to make your little fold. I did go a little crazy on that scoring. If you have thinner paper or even medium weight paper, be careful when you're scoring. All right, now all you need to do is, I'm gonna grab my, I'm being lazy. I didn't want to go downstairs and get my mat. So I grabbed an old calendar. And where is my CD? Let's see. Where did I put that? Okay, using your CD, you just want to hold it near the top of your paper and draw a pencil line around that CD or lid or whatever you have, and then do it again on the other side. So easy. Okay, take your scissors and cut that out. And we're almost done. That wasn't very good. I do have some other fun projects to show you that I've used the same little stack idea with the snowflake. This is something that I did for my church group, for all the ladies last Christmas, with the Relief Society president, leader of our church group, cute Lorena. Isn't that beautiful though? So I just cut these, I cut tons of these holly leaves out with my Cricut. I doubled them up using a dark and a light paper, put some white ink around the edges, cut all these snowflakes out with my Cricut as well. Yeah, just tied twine around it, a little flower and some jingle bells. Isn't that beautiful? I think I might be able to find this to link it for you guys. I'll try to do that. If I forget, then remind me. And this is just like a pipe cleaner from Hobby Lobby. I'll show you. Looks like this. And I cut them all in half, and then I just folded that in half and hooked that through the twine. But isn't that a wonderful gift for Christmas? Okay, back to the project. At this point, I think I'm going to trim this little strip off just a bit so it won't stick out when you fold your sides in. And now we need to use our bone folder or stylus or whatever you have. I think you might be able to use, if you don't have anything like that, you might be able to use the ends of your scissors and kind of drag it along. But all we're going to do is hold it right at those 2 points, or just above them, and get it centered there. I think I like the smaller end of the stylus, and then we're going to rub along, holding your CD in place. I'm going to rub back and forth a little bit, make sure you make a nice groove in there. I don't know if you can see that, but that worked out pretty well. Okay, and then we'll do it on both ends, and then we'll flip it over. And do the other side. And that's about all there is to it. Isn't that easy? It makes the most beautiful little gift box. I love having these on hand because you can store them flat and then pop them up when you're ready to use them. All right. I don't know if you can see that. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, then we'll put a little glue here on this UPC strip. And fold it over. And then for extra cute little touch, I do have a circle punch. I think this is a 1 inch. Yes, 1 inch, but you could use probably anywhere between 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches, I would think. And then I'm going to just try to center it here and take out a little sliver, maybe about 1/3 of the way into that circle. Okay, on both sides. You can do just one side if you want to, but I kind of like doing both sides at the same time. All right, now you will want to just kind of hold your box open on the sides, pushing on the sides like that, and then just push down on those little spots where you indented, and there you go, there's your curve. Have to kind of just push down in the middle first, and then you kind of need to work it at it a little bit on the edges. But look how perfect that is. You do have to kind of find the right size of a circle, and a CD is a good size for this 6-inch piece of paper. Like I said, you can make them about any size you want to, really. I was thinking it might be fun to make some giant ones. Let's see, I guess I like to have both sides facing the same direction, but okay, there's that. And, but you could just, you know, hurry and make a whole bunch of these. Well, that's a little long on that side, but you can always trim it later, I guess, or yeah, Simple Stories does tend to crack a little more than other papers. This is such, I love this. This paper is from a Simple Vintage Christmas, in case you're wondering. And I have a whole package of both of them because you know I love my ginghams. And I might speed this up or skip through it because I already did this, but, or you can speed it up. But yeah, so easy and quick. And oh, I wanted to show you, here are some that I've got in my stash that I made a while back, just for every day. They're so fun to just, you know, just have on hand, that you can pop a little gift inside. Also, here's another project I've done in the past. I can link that video as well, showing how I do the little stacks with the snowflakes. These are some Christmas ornaments, these snowflakes, rather than the paper. Isn't that neat? This one I just added some berries and a paper flower, some scrunched up seam binding. This one, actually, I don't know if you can see that. I've had this, I made this quite a few years ago, but I actually put glue on the bells and glittered them, and they turned out so cute. But yeah, some of the glitters come off. But aren't they pretty? I did use the Dollar Tree notepads. You used to be able to get the big long ones, but you can't get them anymore, so that's disappointing. But I would cut them in half and make those. So yeah, you can go ahead and fast forward through this if you want to. Okay, this is my last score mark. I've done all the other ends and sides already. Oh, trim. The side would be cute as well, you know, do whatever makes your heart happy. And that is all there is to it. And then I'll show you how I do the little stacks, but it's pretty simple. Just gluing cute little things on top of each other, basically. I've got little pieces of paper stuck in my hair. Okay. And give me some other ideas. Comment below what you would put in these. What kind of gift would fit in here? I sure appreciate you guys watching. If you give me a thumbs up, it helps my channel so much. Or share this video. Aren't they so cute? Okay, so I'll just grab a snowflake. Let's see. Aren't they beautiful snowflakes? I love them. And they're a little bit heavyweight. So very nice. From Hobby Lobby, and all I do is take a bit of glue and glue it on. No rocket science here. I like to have it kind of stick up over the edge just a bit, like on the top. Okay. Oop, that's not sticking very well for some reason. And then I'll grab a piece of ribbon. Let's see. I did show in my video how I tie my cute little double bows with my works tool in my last video, so I'm not going to show that today, but it comes with these two little straw looking things, and so you can space them apart as much as you want. To make your little bow, I do just one notch in between to make this size of a bow. And then I would just glue that on. I mean, that's cute just like that, right? Of course, you've got to have your jingle bells. I think I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac for my bow. This is perfect glue for ribbon. It's like having hot glue in a bottle. And it gives you a minute to work with it. Just a fun, simple little project. And then I'll take some twine. I'll take about 2 feet because I want to wrap it around a couple of times. Oh, by the way, this one was these snowflakes that I've had in my stash forever. Let's see. And they are from crepe paper. Aren't those pretty? Fa la la. But yeah, use whatever you have. You might have like some wooden snowflakes, but yeah, it's very easy to find the plastic ones I showed at the Dollar Tree, like these. So for any craft store, and I think some of them will be getting, more stores will be getting their Christmas stuff out soon, which is kind of crazy. Oh, this is to show you my layers that I had done for the socks. My holly leaves. And oh, here's another. It's just an ornament, but I used a felt snowflake. Isn't that neat? Some of these paper roses from Hobby Lobby and a couple of berries. Alrighty, let that dry for a moment and then grab your twine, and I'm gonna take about 2 feet. So I'll have plenty to wrap, and I'll just string my jingle bells on it. I'm gonna use these kind of medium size. I don't think it says. These are from the Dollar Tree. They're a little bit bigger than the ones I was using in my last video. These sweet little tiny baby ones. So cute. But use what you got. I love jingle bells. I have a lot of jingle bells in my craft room for some reason. I love the glittery ones. But these just look like holly berries to me. And then if you don't have jingle bells or don't want to go get them, you might have like some red pom-pom trim, or even green, something like this. And just cut a little section off and then tie that on. And that would be cute as well, especially if you have red or white. The white looks kind of like, like snowballs. I had some white here. You know what I mean? Different options. Use what you have in your craft room. And I'll just kind of try to get those centered and just tie a half knot around them like that. And I'll just hold that there in the center and kind of wrap that around, so it's going to sort of be held in place by your snowflake here on the edge, and wrap it around a few times if you want to. It's kind of extra long. Let's see, maybe I can get it around one more time. See if I have room to tie my bow now. And then I'll tie the bow kind of around the center of my bells to hold it kind of all in place there. And then I'll fluff up my ribbon behind it a little bit. Just making a nice little cluster there. And take a cute little paper flower. Let's see. What do I have left? have those two colors left. So this comes, let me show you that too. This comes like this from Hobby Lobby. I love these. But yeah, whatever paper flowers, little paper flowers you have in your stash. I love the pink for some reason. Because it adds a little, I don't know. It's got that dimension in it with the dark pink and the light pink. See if I would like that as much. Yeah, that's cute too. See, that's boring to me to have just all red. But do whatever you like. And then I just add a little bit of glue on the bottom of my flower. And pop that on there. Isn't that a fun little easy project? You can certainly do this with 6-inch paper pads too. Very fun, right? Fun and festive. That is not a very pretty background, is it? Yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I sure appreciate you. Take care.